getting a major boost from white suburban women ahead of the midterms, who make up 20% of the electorate. This key group favors Republicans by 15 percentage points. That's a 27-point swing from August. The shift not surprising.
Yeah, that's, you know where that's coming from, right? Is all the fucking, like, they're transing your children shit. Okay, the Karen Brigade has left the building. The Karen Army has left the building. I've already said this. If you want to have a powerful coalition, you need to have Karens involved. If you don't have the Karen vote, you're fucked. That's, by the way, I mean, polling is whatever, okay? It's not always going to be consistent. It's not always going to be great. Let's keep it $1.50, though. That is a higher percentage of white women than Donald Trump versus Hillary Clinton. Donald Trump versus Hillary Clinton was at least like, 46-54. That is literally like double. That's crazy.
Democrats seem to be asleep at Biden's events.
So you with me? Okay.
Oh, man, that's crazy. I can't believe that we're having such a hard time winning over white women when we got Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Why, dude? Why is the Democratic Party so fucking annoying? They're literally just like, we have to have these fucking losers. Debbie Wasserman Schultz's existence within the Democratic Party unironically make me believe Hillary Clinton conspiracies. Okay? It just makes me believe that Hillary Clinton runs the fucking Democratic Party conspiracies. She's still around, bro.
Come on, people. Let's wake up. We got the President of the United States in the house. Come on now.
She's like my favorite Marge Simpson sister, right? Anyway, you know what I think, Katie? I think maybe women are tired of being called racist.
God, Debbie Wasserman Schultz sucks, right? But Greg Gutfeld is so deeply just disliked by all of his colleagues, especially the women, that you can see it. Like, even when he tries to fucking go for a joke, look at the fucking reaction from the female colleagues there. And those guys are like, literally, they're Republican commentators at Fox News. They get fucking sexually harassed as a part of their job description, okay? And even then, they have like a unique level of disdain for Greg Gutfeld. Look at this.
She's like my favorite Marge Simpson sister, right? Anyway, you know what I think, Katie?
Like, look, only the liberal one kind of laughed at it. Look, these two are like,
Katie, I think maybe women are tired of being called racist Karens.
Yeah.
And having to like be like, okay, I'm for drag queen story hour. They're just like, we're tired of this wokeism. And
I think there's a lot they're tired of. There's a few things here. When Roe v. Wade was overturned and abortion was sent back to the states, Democrats thought this was their moment to keep female voters in their camp. But people started realizing when the temperature was lower that it was simply...
When the temperature was lower, people started forgetting that, we're just forcibly making women carry pregnancies to terms in every one of these fucking states. Why? Because propaganda outlets like ours successfully made people lose attention, successfully shifted the attention away from things that matter like that. So now it doesn't matter. And now we're going to celebrate. 90% of the Fox News commentary, quite literally, is about I guess that's just the media in general, not just Fox News, but whenever they put up a poll about what people care about, it's basically the media flexing. Okay? It's literally just the media flexing. They're like, look at us. Look at what we got people to believe. It's just like, wow, we really did it. We did it.
Available to the states to make their own rules, and abortion didn't actually change in a lot of the places where they want more unrestricted abortion. So that's one of the things. The other thing is, of course, the school issue. And the night before Glenn Youngkin won the governorship in Virginia, Randy Weingarten campaigned with Terry McAuliffe. She's now in Michigan campaigning for Gretchen Whitmer, who said that she didn't actually close the schools for that long.
Right.
parents are seeing, especially women, are seeing that their kids are behind. They're seeing that their communities are not as safe. And I think they're sick of Democrats focusing on them as a one-issue voter in terms of abortion when there are other issues like inflation, crime, and education on the table.
That's a good point. Jessica, you're a white woman, or so you identify as. Is this more about married women versus single women? Because you have kids, that changes your filter. Suddenly it's about the price of baby food, not the price of an abortion. Abortion takes a backseat to applesauce.
Yeah, bro. Everybody knows single women don't eat food. Famously. Because they're too busy spending all their money on abortion. Greg, you are so funny, dude. What a zinger. The woman understander has logged on, dude. That's a good one, Greg. Bro got his feet crossed. Yeah, he sits like a baby, too. It's so funny. Look at his little baby ass.
Is that a fair assessment?
Well,
By the way, ironic because, like, statistically speaking, I think the majority of women that get abortions already have one child, at least. So, it's not even true as far as what this dumbass is saying. He got the misogyny fives on. I sit like that sometimes. Sag. He's just such a little fucking goober, bro. He's such a little goblin. Like, look at his little feet.
Married women do also have abortions. So that is something to note. It is part
Well,
of
I think that's a valiant point, Jessica.
Thank you.
They could be just as murderous as single women.
Oh my God.
Bro, you don't think, if Jessica had fucking balls, okay, she would turn around and be like, how many abortions have you paid for, you fucking piece of shit? Oh, wait, probably 0 because you're an unfuckable loser, okay? And nobody wants to be around you. But she's not saying that. Just say it, bro. Pop off. You're supposed to be the lip tart on that fucking panel. How many fucking forcible abortions have you had, Greg? Sitting on your little podium like a gremlin. Meh, talking about women. What the fuck do you know about women, bitch? Last time you saw pussy was when you crawled out of your mother's, all right? Shut the fuck up.
Sure. I'm not going to fall down the trap of saying also that women vote how their husbands vote, because we have seen, obviously, that has diverged in
Only
a
the
number of
smart
elections.
women, Jessica.
Just trying to get me in trouble, right, left and center here.
He said Greg thinks fetuses are people because they're the same size as him. True.
These were never our voters. They swing in and out depending on the election.
Yeah.
And 2020 had a really big name on the ballot. It had Donald Trump's name on the ballot. And that's how we were able to pick off so many white suburban voters who typically vote Republican. Dobbs, Katie's right. The timing of the decision, it felt when the momentum was going our way and you had the Kansas referendum, et cetera, like this was going to hold. But then conditions in the economy didn't improve very much, and crime became a superseding issue to where abortion is. So I don't think it's something that still isn't important to them, but you're going to have to rank your choices, right? You're going to have to pick a lane. And white suburban women, I didn't expect a 26-point swing, but they're picking a
Yeah, they're fucking watching TV, man. That's it. They're watching Fox News. They're just like fucking brainwashing and thinking like crime is happening all the time, nonstop. They're coming for the white women in big cities. They're gonna move into the suburbs soon, brother. That's it. That's the lib, yeah. Weird. I just got an ad as a sub. You are not a sub. You've been a sub for 60 months, but right now you are not a subscriber.
lane, and it's not voting on a social issue. It's voting on a bread and butter, one of those I can see it issues, like feeling that public safety is not up to snuff.
Yeah, man, Dana, it seems like those white suburban women like to swing.
Yeah, have you heard about that?
Yes. Yeah.
Show
But
on Netflix.
Yes, but I guess it's really, isn't it mainly about the price of things, the inflation?
I also think something that
Bro, he's just so gross. Like, he just has no charisma. In order to be funny, you need to have, like, at least a little bit of charisma, okay? but he is so uncharismatic. He can't pull those fucking punches, dude. You can't. Like, yeah, he has El Riz, okay? He's just like, haha, those white women like to swing. Ugh. I'm vomiting, dude. Fuck. I mean, he's he's just as bad as Kamala Harris and fucking what's her face, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, with respect to being charisma sucks.
That happened right around then is that for women who often control like the spending of the household,
Yes.
going back to school is very expensive. You got the sports fees and all of the things you got to pay for. That was kind of shocking for them. And then you got to make the lunches and everything. You're like, wow, it's so much more expensive than they thought. I just feel that the Democrats wouldn't recognize a kitchen table if it hit them in the face. They've been talking about this forever. Like, this is not that hard. And if you think back to the year before and the midterms, New Jersey, California, New York, the Republicans were actually able to pick up races.
Yeah, Greg Gutfeld is literally the walking and talking representation of like W Riz versus sexual harassment, that meme. Just everything he does. He is so deeply undesirable and so uncharismatic. He could have like a legitimate interest in asking where the water cooler is to a lady, and that would genuinely and legitimately constitute sexual harassment, I think. It's just like being around him, you are creating an unsafe work environment. Okay? Just straight up. You have legal grounds to sue Fox News for putting you next to this motherfucker.
In a lot of those places. This has been coming. It's not something new. However, I picked up something that you might like today. So we've been talking about Oregon, and it looks like at least a few of the congressional races might flip to Republican, but also the governor's race. And there was a woman, a mother, who was interviewed, and she said her big issue is the following. What's your favorite word that you use?
Problematic?
Nope, it is brown.
It's brown?
Yeah, it's what's your favorite emoji?
Poo.
Yes. She said her big issue is that she does not want to take her kids to the independent bookstore downtown and have a guy defecating on the sidewalk in front of her children. Like, she's had it. That's enough. And I think that women...
Yeah. Remember what I talked about with respect to crime? Americans and their analysis of crime is not necessarily crime as the way that the police track it, right? It's not about like grand larceny, grand theft auto, homicides. It's about what you see in front of you, okay? It's about the manifestations of crime. And seeing poor people, homeless people in your everyday existence, or at least seeing them on television when you live in the suburbs and seeing how the big city is like full of homeless people or whatever, is the reason why a lot of these people think like, oh, crime is on the rise. Crime is on the rise. Crime is on the rise. Okay? That is where a lot of this comes from. That's where a lot of this comes from, because like people are just naturally terrified by the manifestation of poverty, because they also intrinsically understand that poverty equals crime. Okay? Now, of course, the fucking solution to this is by drastically changing the way that we look at housing, right? And trying to fix the housing crisis by increasing the availability of affordable housing, by maybe even in the short term implementing price controls on currently available housing, making it illegal to have Airbnb properties, you know what I mean? But we're not going to do that, because that's at the heart of independent wealth building and the way that people comprehend wealth building and wealth generation in the United States of America. It's through owning a house. It's an asset. So it's just not going to happen. And you go mental health first, says Swizzlefish. Dog, what mental health? What mental health, man? You can't even get fucking insulin if you're diabetic without having to pay boatloads of money for it. And you're over here talking about mental health. Even in countries with socialized medicine, mental health is still seen as like additional funding. No, if you're homeless, your first priority is housing first. First priority is putting someone underneath like sustainable permanent shelter. That will fix a big chunk of your mental health problems. Obviously, not all of it. There's going to be plenty of people who still need a tremendous amount of treatment. Okay? But that stability of having permanent shelter is going to dramatically improve your mental health. Huh.
Yeah.
She should dump it
She
out.
should calm down.
Yeah.
Just calm down.
I'm the calmest I've been in weeks, by the way, from my day off.
No one should
you're
see
also a white
that.
woman.
No one should
Urban
see that.
white woman.
And overeducated, to boot.
Very too overeducated.
Jesse, I hope at this point that you come up with an analogy that will make all of us uncomfortable.
Well, no one knows white suburban women better.
Dude, they are literally on an Olympics, dude. This is Olympics level El Riz. They're competing against one another at the highest stage of like who is less fuckable, less funny, and more annoying to be around. Okay? Is crazy. They're in a fucking cringe competition, and I'm not sure I have a clear-cut answer on who the fuck is more cringe. Probably Greg. It always is Greg. Greg is just, he is so uniquely bad, dude. It's crazy.
Better than I do. I know them better than they know themselves. Jeep Grand Cherokees, Italian food, Starbucks,
Lululemon.
J. Crew.
Yoga.
I mean, Dave Matthews Band, Lululemon. I got it all down.
Oh, Dave Matthews Band, you're still, that's disgusting.
And you're right. They do swing. They're up for grabs. They voted for Trump at first in 2016 because he was exciting. And then all hell broke loose because he was too controversial. They don't like too much controversy. And then the quarantines, the whole family stayed inside the house at the same time. That was way too much. So they just wanted to go back to normal with Biden. He said, we'll get us back to normal. And then he went radical left. And it was like whiplash for these suburban white women. Because
Biden did. He went way too radical left, bro. It was so crazy when Biden went radical left. Like what? Infrastructure spending? Like a bipartisan infrastructure spending bill? Like what the fuck is radical left, dog? I don't understand. These motherfuckers just say someone is radical left and that's it. And then everyone's like, yeah, you're right. Bro, the roads are crumbling. Bridges are collapsing. This motherfucker gave a dime instead of the thousands of dollars that's necessary for repair. And you're still like, that's so radical, bro. Gender transition in minors. What are you saying? That's not a real thing. You just think that that's a real thing because you're fucking mentally ill. What are you saying right now, bro? Literally 90% of conservative politics could be reduced to, hey, listen now. I don't know if you know this, but I'm fucking mentally ill. And I have a vote. Hey now, I got the most unhinged theories up in here, and you got to listen to them because I'm an American. And I vote. He literally said, lol, they do. He said, lol, they do. Okay? Like, that's the retort. That's the rebuttal. He's owned. I'm fucking owned. I go, what do you mean? He says, lol, well, have you considered that I'm out of my fucking mind? My source is, I'm hallucinating right now. That's my source. You got a problem with that? Well, sucks to suck. That's free speech, baby. Get fucking owned. I'm an American, okay? I'm a precious little snowflake. No matter how unhinged I get, I got a soapbox. Okay? Vanderbilt Medical School got caught doing it for money. Bro, I swear you can't. I think that when you say stuff like that, you should just be barred from going on Facebook for at least like a week. Okay? Like they should take your IP address down, okay? Legally speaking, and for your own mental sanity to be restored, stop you from going on the internet. Okay? just for like a week. And if you're a routine offender and you go back to your own ways, like just for a month, no more Facebook, no more TikTok, no more fucking looking at memes, okay? You accidentally see a meme, I'm adding another week. You get a fucking mailer and you believe it, you hold it up and you tell it to a friend, that's another week. Vanderbilt to pause gender-affirming procedures for minors. Vanderbilt University Medical Center's decision to pause procedures while it reviews its practices comes amid pressure from Tennessee Republicans.